All right. Well, hello and welcome. Freaking welcome and hello, you guys. Today is Thursday, which means that it is Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. Yeah, man, what a race to the finish line. I was just racing home in order to get to this vlog, but I got a lot of action-packed vlog for a lot of action-packed vlog for you guys tonight. Full on action-packed vlog for you guys tonight. For anybody watching on the replay, that those timestamps, they're going to be the first pinned comment right underneath this video. But welcome, you guys. Whew, had a good doctor's appointment. Appreciate all the well wishes. Don't even trip. It was just a follow-up because of my kidney stones that I had. I had a kidney stone procedure. Good Lord, was that like a month ago? It's just a follow-up. No big deal, just a follow-up. Got a little ultrasound on my kidney to make sure there's no more stones left in there. All good. I'm just doing fantastic. But like I said, full vlog. Let me do a quick rundown. Can I get that rundown, Jim? We're definitely going to be talking about what I've been vaping. I got a beer that I'm really obscenely excited about. I got a little bit of mail. It's weird and mysterious mail. There's going to be some favorite comments of the week. There's going to be a little bit of news and advocacy shuffled in there as well. Liquid tasting, check. Retro vaping, double check. So yeah, welcome you guys. And I guess the first thing I want to do is that new favorite thing where I get to hear from one of my subscribers. So right now, I'd like to hear from Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Vaping is better than smoking. Technically, yes. But so what?
I'm just kidding. I couldn't resist. I'm trying to find more creative ways to like slide that in there instead of just going, here, well, now let's hear from Cuomo and we'll all just be angry about it. But seriously, I do want to do that thing where I get to hear from one of my subscribers. And right now, I don't know if he's here tonight. New Wave Dave. We know New Wave Dave. We've seen New Wave Dave in the chat a whole mess of times. And I got a video here from New Wave Dave. His house was in a hurricane, bro. Hurricane. So let's hear real quickly from New Wave Dave. What say you?
Hey Nick, New Wave Dave. What's going on? We're just out here picking up what's left. If anybody wants to hang around when there's a hurricane, don't. It moved my house about 4 feet off the piers. That's where the house was. Man. I mean, this is real devastation, people. And yet, the governor of Louisiana says this isn't an emergency. I beg to differ. But, I'll bounce back. We always do. In-house. Have a nice skylight now. The floors are just trashed.
Fucking bananas.
The daughter's room rained in. The walls are separating. The house really isn't stable. But we're gonna be okay. We'll make it through it. And just remember, no matter what happens to you, as long as you make it out alive, you'll be able to make it. And if anything else, keep on vaping.
Yeah, holy crap, right? Holy freaking crap, New Wave Dave. And New Wave Dave is like, he's apologizing to me like, oh, sorry I missed the vlog this week. I'm stuck in this hotel room with my whole family because a hurricane made a tree fall on my house and knocked off the foundation. I'm like, it's cool. Like, please do not apologize to me. Totally cool. So we're sending some good vibes and whatnots to Mr. New Wave Dave, who, look, he's the toughest guy among us. Clearly, he survived a hurricane. I can't say that I've ever survived a hurricane, but if anybody else out there has any videos, hopefully not like New Wave Dave's video. Hopefully nobody else sends me a video of like trees falling on their house. Please nobody do that. But if you have a video that you would like to send in, maybe see featured on this here vlog, you can send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. Just mark your subject, that one thing. It's so easy. We live in the age of smartphones, you guys. Everybody has a smartphone. Just grab it, say literally whatever you want. I was asking for shout outs to your reptilian animals that you may or may not own. Last week we saw an iguana, at least I think it was an iguana. But if you have snakes, if you have whatever, you want to shout out your dog, your shop, your favorite whatever, liquid company, boosh, send it on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. I love hearing from my subscribers and I love featuring your videos right here in this vlog. Also, if you're here now and you like what you're seeing, I know I haven't really hit my stride yet because I don't have a beer in me, but if you're here and you like what you're seeing, just go ahead and hit that like button for me. Just one quick like button. In fact,
look, smash that like button. Just punch your computer for me.
And I still don't know who that is. I still don't know who that is. Does anybody know who that is? If you're here, that person, please make yourself known. Please make yourself known. We need to get into it. I am parched from my long drive in the car. So let's get into it. I've been really excited about this beer. Really excited about this beer. Let's do it. Got to give a big shout out to Mr. For British Eyes Only. I know he's in the chat right now. I've already seen him. He sent me a beer. This is literally one of the best beers I've ever had. This is green watering can from Single Cut Brewery. Single Cut. Let's quickly check the ABV. You know, I don't want this to get too crazy. 8%. 8%'s fine. We're going to do great with an 8% beer. You know, the higher the ABV, the weirder the vlog gets, but 8% should do us just fine. I'm going to be pouring it into my Grimm Army Cup. Sold out, by the way. Apologies. Look at that. Look at that beautiful color. Look at that beautiful color. Look at that hazy. Look at that beautiful haziness. It just looks so juicy. So juicy and hazy. Let's see what the internet has to say about this beer. Nothing much. It's a seasonal. It's a New England hazy IPA. It's got a really good rating on Beer Advocate. Not shocking. It's one of my favorite beers. I hope you guys have something frosty and cold next to you along with your vape. But cheers. Here's to you guys. Thanks for coming out. I don't even know what to say about this beer. It's incredible. This has become like British Eyes. This has become... Yeah, British Eyes left a comment in the chat there. This has become like one of my favorite beers. This is like ending up in my top tier beers. This is like Modern Times Black House, St. Bernardus ABT 12, and then like Green Watering Can above like Golden Drac and Duvel, you know? It's crazy. It's a crazy good, really juicy, citrusy IPA. Lot of upfront sweetness. In fact, I think this is going to pair so incredibly well with Homeboy's Mango that this might just win like new best beer vape pairing of all time. Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. That is amazing. I would drink 1,000 of these. I would drink 1,000 of these right now, but if you're interested, Juicy IPA, best of all, YouTube, I don't have to put a warning for alcohol. I do have to put a warning for nicotine because that's what we're going to be talking about next. But I don't have to put a warning for booze. So drink up on YouTube. Just drink it up. Oh my God, this is a good beer. British Eyes, I cannot thank you enough for just sending me this beer, for letting me and my tongue taste green watering can from Single Cut. I want to do it with the mango again. You know what? Because we're on my schedule now. Excellent. Good Lord. What an excellent beer that is. So yeah, we're going to transition. We're going to do the super chats at the end of every segment. If anybody sent in their super chats, I guess right now we're going to talk about a few things that I have been vaping recently. And this is stuff that I've actively been vaping. In fact, I think I already put together this video. I'm not sure if I don't know what I'm going to do with this video, but I shot a video of like my review process and like how I store all of my old atomizers and mods and things like that. I think it turned out pretty great. I'm still a little sketchy on uploading it for some reason. Not really sure why, but let's just start this off. Nicotine warning. Some of the products in this video can contain nicotine. They don't natively come with nicotine included. That's up to the user to decide. Additionally, you can use these products without nicotine. Sorry, hashtag burp life. I better get them all out now. Okay. You can use these products without nicotine if you want to, but for YouTube's sake, there's the nicotine. So in mouth to lung land, it's the Inokin Scepter. I finally figured out how to not make this a gurgly nightmare. In fact, I fixed the auto switch on mine. The auto switch on mine was not working. I don't want to say it was broken, but it just wasn't working. I fixed it. Fruity Freeze in there from all Vapes. I think not the real Gerard Butler. All Vapes, also in mouth to lung land. Hanging in there hard with the Hastur K-Fun combo. This is the K-Fun Top Fill from Steam Tuners. Got this from a dude named Phil. It's a top fill, and I got it from Phil. On the inside is that Psycho Frenchman that I got from Myrtle Beach Vapor. Delicious. Delicious. That's right, MMC. Holy shit. I almost forgot. I even have a note written down. Look, I have 2 shout outs I have to do tonight. You want to do the shout outs right in the middle of what I've been vaping? Why not? Psycho Frenchman. I'm not 100% sure what it's supposed to taste like. The picture on the website just has a big picture of hazelnuts. It's just hazelnuts. Just, you want to vape hazelnuts? There you go. It's Psycho Frenchman. I want to give a shout out to part-time vapor Eugene. A while back, I did a retro vape of the Wasp Nano, and I wasn't sure where it had come from. Part-time vapor Eugene, thank you very much, bro, for that Wasp Nano. And as you saw in the chat, it's Matt MMC's birthday. Matt is one of my patrons. Yo to you, bro. So we're going to sing happy birthday. Ready? All together. And I expect you guys to really be singing at home. Video yourself singing happy birthday to MMC. Send it to me. It'll be in the next vlog. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matt MMC. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt. Hope you're having a good one. Hanging in there still with the Build Stream Monday. This is the Unholy V3 with the Crossbones V4, strawberry something on the inside, 3 on the bottom, 1 on top. That's how I roll. That's been honestly excellent. Honestly excellent. Arc Life, Mech Life Arcless Titanium Recoil. This is a great mech. You know, this is a really underrated mech in my opinion. Every Arcless I've had, I've really enjoyed, and the newest Arcless is spectacular. Not Pony on Acid, Lick It. Smacks Lick It on the inside. Not sure what they changed the name to. It's a little bit throaty, but I still really like it. God damn, that's a good juice. Vupu Argus just posted this on freaking my Instagram story. Vupu Argus with a new Lost Vape sub-ohm tank on top that's called the Ultra Boost X tank. Ultra Boost X. I'm not sure if the market needs another like standalone sub-ohm tank with its own unique coil heads on the inside, but I will say the Water Malone in here tastes awesome. Mixed up some Water Malone when I had Wayne on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. It's vaping rad. It's vaping totally good. This is my go-to banger. You see this constantly everywhere. It's like, this is kind of one of the things that I vape just constantly. And so whenever I think about like, oh, I should take a picture for Instagram. What do I have in my hand? Oh, it's the Odin DNA 250C. Nobody wants to see that again. Reload Vapor. 26 millimeter RTA on top. Oh boy, mango on the inside. You already saw me vape it. I'm going to vape it with some beer again. Oh, baby. Yeah. That's good. And lastly, but not leastly, this is another Lost Vape new AIO that I am pleasantly surprised by. It's called the Something Hybrid. Gemini Hybrid, because it comes with, well, I won't spoil it. It's a little AIO internal single 18650. Got a real nice display on there. Nice restricted lung. Comes with a 510 adapter. 6 milligram watermelon on the inside because of the restricted lung. I don't know. I just like it more. But that's been surprisingly good as well. But that's it. That's what I have been vaping. That is what has been keeping me off of traditional, deadly, combustible tobacco cigarettes. I actually had two favorite comments of the week that I wanted to read you real quick before we jump into some like news and advocacy. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's do some favorite comments of the week. Nope, I'm wrong. I don't know if any super chats came in. I haven't been paying attention, but if there's some there, let's do some super chats. Oh yeah, definitely. Ethan, very gracious of you. Welcome. Just pulled into the truck stop. I'm here. Cheers. Fucking A. Cheers, Ethan. Yeah. Raven's here. Holy shit. Very gracious of you. My first live. Small thank you for your continuing to help get the Veritas cohort word out. Yeah. I'm going to mention it again tonight. That Veritas cohort study. I think it's going to be badass, and I'd love to get as many people as we can signed up. Logan Exhales is here, you guys. Duck Claw Brewing Co. Bourbon Barrel 6-month aged Imperial Stout pairs incredibly well with Yig, Yo-Yo, and Cheers. Yes. I knew it. I had no doubt that would be an amazing pairing, Logan. I'm glad you like it. And lastly, we got Zane Yates here. Appreciate that. Love the Michael Scott High Harmony on happy birthday. I best get one for mine. Yo-Yo, and love you, Nick Green. Look, if your birthday falls, listen, I'll sing anybody happy birthday. If you're a patron, if you're like a Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club member, definitely. Even if your birthday isn't on vlog day, you'll still get a birthday, and you'll get the Michael Scott High Harmony. You get the Michael Scott High Harmony every single time. Every single time. Now, see, I'm trying to do this without my Stream Deck. I got so annoyed. I'm just annoyed with my Stream Deck, so I'm trying to do this without my Stream Deck tonight, you guys. It's really weird. Let's do. I had two like pretty funny favorite comments of the week. Let's check them out. So the first favorite comment of the week comes from this guy. See, this is why I need Stream Deck. Chris said, Kent says, hydro homies, and he sounds like a perfect Clint Eastwood. In fact, that reminds me, let's hydrate real quick and listen to Kent's Clint Eastwood impression.
Glad that I love water so much. Makes it easy to stay hydrated. Hydro homies. You need that as a clip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty good, Chris. That's pretty good. He does sound like the perfect Clint Eastwood. And then I had another comment from this dude, Jerry. And Jerry, I don't know. Here, I'm just gonna put Jerry's comment out there. Sorry to say it, but companies naming things Unholly, Death Wish are exactly what gives the non-vaping public the impression they have of us, angry face. Grow up, companies, and quit being so damn juvenile. Your customers are not 14-year-olds. Look, Jerry, that's not what that is. So little of the problem. And the fact that you think like Pave isn't going after vaping because they saw a mod called the Unholy 3. That's not why PAVE is going after vaping. That's not why Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy wants to ban all vaping because of COVID. It's not because he saw a device, a giant mech tube called the Crossbones with an unholy RDA. You couldn't be further from the truth. Just couldn't be further from the truth. Now, on the other side of this, if you're concerned about, what your peers think or what the public thinks, if some non-vaping jabroni gets on YouTube and is like, oh my God, unholy, that's so dumb. God, those vapors are so dumb. Then I don't care about their opinion, and you shouldn't care about their opinion either. Who cares what your mod is named, if it's called the Unholy or if it's called the Type 2 or if it's called the Recoil? You guys, we should stop the Recoil. So juvenile, the Unholy. It's just their aesthetic. It's just their branding. Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? But I guarantee you that's not why the non-vaping public has the impression of us that they do. It is not because I have an RDA named the Unholy. Okay? Appreciate you, Jerry. Thank you. And personally, I don't know. I don't care. It's not really juvenile. I mean, I guess it's a little juvenile. I guess it's a little bit, but it's more goofy. I think it's more tongue-in-cheek than anything else. I overdripped like crazy on this. Like crazy. And I have a dying battery, so I don't even know what I'm trying to accomplish right now. You can hear it. Yeah, that's too much. You're going to have to be retired for right now. Anyway, there's a couple favorite comments of the week that I had in there, and I guess what I'd like to do right now, before I get to any mail, before we get to any sort of news, or before we get to any retro vaping, before we get to any liquid tasting, before we get to any getting to know GrimmGreen, because we're definitely adding 2 more tracks to the GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. Let's just, why not? Let's just have a little bit of news and advocacy.
News and advocacy,
Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to mention here in the news and advocacy portion of the vlog, there is still an active call to action to protect veg mail. This is rejecting S1253. Still active. Still a call to action. Has not been voted on yet, but it's got crazy bipartisan support. Crazy bipartisan support. So if you haven't done it, do the CASA call to action. Here, I'll put a link in the chat right now. How about this? How about boosh? I'll put a link in the description of this video as well. Just click it. Just quickly click it. Quickly do the call to action. You're going to be helping out like crazy. I do want to mention it one more time. Veritas cohort study. We're trying to get as many people. I say we like I'm a part of this. I'm not. I'm just promoting it. If you want to be part of this study, you have to currently vape and you have to have less than 1,000 cigarettes total. That's 50 packs smoked total in your life. And you currently vape, and you can be a part of this study. In fact, I got a little bit more information here from Michelle Mitten, who said, it's just 1 visit per year if you're a subject, non-invasive tests, and a survey every 3 months. Okay, that's all it is. Once a year visit, a survey every 3 months, all expenses will be covered, and there will be an as yet to be determined thank you gift for being part of the Veritas cohort study. So I'm going to have a link down in the description now for probably weeks to come for this here Veritas cohort study. Had a little bit of news out of France as well. And we're going to file this under the stuff that vapors already know, right? Stuff that vapors already know. E-cigarettes, less toxic than smoked or heated tobacco. As we're all aware, IQOS recently received their modified risk tobacco product designation, which means it's less harmful than combustible tobacco cigarettes. This study shows that vaping is even less harmful than heated tobacco. They used a classic cigarette, traditional, what we used to call, gurgle life, what we used to call analog, cigarettes back in the day. They used an IQOS. They used a second-gen e-cig, so an ego type of e-cig, and then they used a third-generation box mod with a non-rebuildable atomizer, which leads me to believe that they might have used a box mod with like a sub-tank. That's what makes sense to me, right? That's what makes sense to me, right? And so what they found in this study, the e-cigarettes tested in this study produce at least 500 times less carbonol and 96 times less aromatic hydrocarbons than smoked tobacco. They do not cause the appearance of lethal doses, unlike other methods of administration of nicotine. The cell aggression threshold is 120 times lower for an e-cigarette compared to a conventional cigarette, and 10 times lower for an e-cigarette compared to an IQOS. So that's the discussion that, a lot of the anti-IQOS people get into is, well, vaping, it's so much better than an IQOS. It is. I mean, you can't argue that. It is. It's at least 10 times less harmful than even an IQOS, which, look, that's going to fall right into that. What has the Royal College been saying for years and years and years and years and years and years and years now? At least 95%. That's been updated recently to people are speculating it's 97 to 98% less harmful than burning deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. So I thought that was really fascinating. I'll have a link down in the description. You can read this whole article. It's not real big. It's all in French, so you have to use, Google to convert it. And when I talk in the title about we're going to defend flavors again, defending flavors is going to be one of the hardest things that we have to do, but we just have to do it. And I'm going to mention this article right here from the Catalina Conversation. This was written by Professor Ricardo Polosa, who, if you're in the world of, tobacco control and you follow doctors on Twitter like I do, you're going to be familiar with Dr. Polosa. But the big headline here, harm reduction is a flavored journey in global tobacco control. Yeah, Polosa's defending flavors. New studies show flavored vaping products are more effective for adults who want to quit smoking for good without relapsing. Again, we're going to... Oh, God. Oh, that was a rough one. We're going to file this under what stuff we already know. Stuff that vapors already know. We know how critical flavors are. We know that when we were starting out, we had to find that right flavor, right? We had to find that one right flavor before we started, before we were able to fully convert, fully switch over to vaping. A study conducted by researchers at the Yale School of Public Health and published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, examines the role of flavors in electronic cigarettes, e-cigs, and vaping products and their influence on subsequent smoking initiation and cessation by both adults and youth. The 5-year study from 2013 to 2019 had 17,929 respondents between the ages of 12 to 54 years. Yeah, so this was a broad, long-term, 17,000 respondents over the course of 5 years. It's crazy to me that there's studies out there like this that exist where it's like, here we had 17,000 people over 5 years and here's the science. Crickets. Crickets from politicians, crickets from Representative Raja Krishnamurthy, crickets from the mainstream media. But Stanford does a little 800-person online anonymous survey and suddenly, oh, that's in the news. That's science. That's showing that vaping is linked to COVID. It's crazy to me. I hate that in 2020, and this isn't just exclusive to 2020. This has been going on for years. You have to do a deep dive into everything. Everything I hear, I cannot believe it. I do not believe anything I read anymore unless I do my own deep dive into it. And the only reason that I do that is because of vaping. If I hadn't been a vapor, I wouldn't have seen that how badly the CDC bungled the EVALI crisis that, injured and killed less people than alcohol does every single year. If I hadn't seen that firsthand, I don't think I would have the same mindset of having to do a deep dive into thing. That's why every crazy headline that I read where it says, oh, Trump just killed and ate a Jewish baby, and, Biden did this weird thing. And I'm like, okay, I have to look this. I have to really read this. Like, what really happened? What's really going on here? What's not being reported? It's infuriating. And that's part of the struggle with being in the tobacco harm reduction world too. So the study's key findings suggest that efforts to ban flavored e-cigs could increase smoking. Non-tobacco flavors were no more strongly associated with youth smoking initiation than tobacco flavors, but were more strongly associated with adult cessation. Surprisingly or not surprisingly, flavored e-cigs were associated with greater adult smoking cessation rather than youth smoking initiation. Adults who turned to flavored e-cigs had twice the chance of smoking cessation than adults who used tobacco flavors. Can somebody get this to Dr. Jerome freaking Adams? Jerome Adams is one of these guys who keeps saying, well, you smoked tobacco cigarettes. Why wouldn't you want to vape a tobacco flavor? I just don't get it. Please explain it to me. Okay, here, listen to Professor Ricardo Polosa, who did a 5-year study on flavors and how critical they are for getting you off of deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. This is a fascinating read. It does go on to talk about the youth at the end and how flavors turns out may not appeal to them. Removing flavors will not affect the rates of youth cigarette use, but will certainly reduce the number of options available for those adults who seek to quit smoking for good and find flavored e-cigarettes effective. I'll have a link, like I always do, down in the description. In fact, here, I'll just put this link right here in the chat. Just click it, bookmark it, that's it. And you can go back and read it whenever you want. But I will have a link down in the description to where you can read more about this Polosa study. We're going to talk about Australia real quickly. ATHRA, ATHRA, the Australian Tobacco Harm Reduction Association. They're trying to raise some money. They're trying to raise some money to fight the awful legislation that's coming in Australia in January, because I think, if you remember correctly, they had a little bit of a stay of execution as far as importing nicotine and the fines associated with that. In fact, I don't want to jump the gun too much, but I think let me check my calendar real quick. On September 29th, I believe my guest on Tuesday Bro Tuesday is going to be the brilliant Colin Mendelsohn from the Australian Tobacco Harm Reduction Association. We're going to be talking all about Australia. But they're trying to raise money in Australia for ATHRA, and Bogan is doing like a raffle. He's doing a raffle. Look at this great green screenshot I got of Bogan. God damn it, I miss this guy. But he's giving away a whole bunch of stuff. He's raffling this off. So if you donate, I'll have a link in the description to Bogan's video, but go watch Bogan's video. It's really well done. And it's like if you donate $10, you get 10 entries into this raffle. And he's giving away like a bunch of stuff. I mean, OG Bonza cereal number 1, the Odin's DNA 250C, Odin's 75C, a Blotto RTA, an Ether RTA, a Saga mod, a Trilogy RTA, and the whole line of Bogan brews. Like, he's really going above and beyond and kind of putting his money where his mouth is, I guess, to try to get money for ATHRA, which I think is I think that's an amazing thing. And I love Sam, and I love that. Let's just look at Sam just for a little bit. This is great. How do you not love Bogan? Everybody likes a Bogan. But yeah, so that's what's going on in Australia. So, if you're an Australian resident, go ahead and head over to ATHRA, donate some money, enter the Bogan raffle. Again, I'll have a link in the description to Bogan's video where you can find out all the stuff he's giving away. Plus, you get to watch a Bogan video, and I feel like that's a treat. got a few more things here. Got a few more things before we wrap up this here news and advocacy. Rutgers University. This is crazy to me. This blew my mind grapes open. Rutgers-led national survey uncovers doctors' misconceptions about nicotine risks. This is weird. This is crazy information. So basically, it says most physicians mistakenly believe that nicotine leads to cancer. What? Most physicians mistakenly believe that nicotine leads to cancer and respiratory diseases? Doctors think that nicotine... Okay, so just right out of the gate, I'm not a doctor. I've never claimed to be. This is all publicly available information. We've been studying nicotine for decades. We know a lot about nicotine. Some of us do. Those of us that don't, there's a movie coming out. You're just in luck. There's a movie coming out that will teach you all about nicotine. Nicotine is not a carcinogen. It has never been a carcinogen. It will never be a carcinogen. Most physicians. And so what they did is they polled, they surveyed about 1,000, little over 1,000 doctors, and they found all of these sort of mistaken beliefs about nicotine. It's kind of unbelievable. What screenshot do I have here? Yeah, it says, although nicotine's primary risk is addiction or dependence on tobacco products, researchers found that 83% of doctors, 80% of doctors strongly believe that nicotine directly contributed to heart disease. In comparison, 81% thought it contributed to COPD. 81% of doctors polled thought that nicotine contributed to COPD, despite the evidence showing that clean nicotine in vapor form, divorced from combustible tobacco, can actually reverse the effects of COPD. This is what we're up against. And, these are trusted people. These are people you go to when you're sick, that you want to believe everything they're telling you because you're thinking you paid the money and you went to school and you graduated medical school and you're a doctor and I should be believing you. But how could you possibly believe a doctor that thinks that nicotine causes COPD? It goes on to sort of differentiate. It says pulmonologists who focus on the respiratory system were less likely than other specialties to misperceive nicotine as a direct contributor to COPD. And it says family doctors were more likely than oncologists to misunderstand nicotine as a cancer-causing subject. So specialty doctors, so if you're an oncologist and you deal directly with cancer and cancer patients all the time, and that is your specialty, you're less likely to think that nicotine causes cancer than just your general family practitioner, or less likely. So if you're specialized, you kind of go, yeah, of course nicotine's not a carcinogen. Of course nicotine's not a carcinogen. This is kind of unbelievable. It says correcting misperceptions in medicine should be a priority given the FDA's proposed nicotine-centered framework that includes reducing nicotine content in cigarettes to non-addictive levels while encouraging safer forms of nicotine like NRTs. No mention of vaping in this entire article. I just want you to know that. To help with smoking cessation or non-combustible tobacco like smokeless tobacco for harm reduction. They mention NRTs. You know what's in NRTs? It's the same fucking nicotine that's in your vape. Same nicotine. I'll post a link down in the description to where you can check this Rutgers out if you want to. Last thing I wanted to mention, we talked about FDA in the past. PMTA. How are they possibly going to enforce it? I don't think they're really going to be able to enforce this. And if they do, it's not going to be for a really long time. Well, I saw someone tweeted at me, Chris tweeted at me and said, have you seen this crap found on Zip Recruiter? And this crap is a job listing for vape manufacturer inspector. We have been contracted to conduct inspections of vape manufacturers for a federal agency that regulates tobacco products. The inspectors we hire for this project will perform non-confrontational inspections on local vape manufacturers to inspect establishments engaged in the manufacture, assembly, preparation, compounding, processing, packaging, repackaging, labeling, relabeling, or holding of regulated tobacco products to document compliance with certain legislative provisions. The agency will utilize the information and evidence collected during inspections to document manufacturers' compliance with all applicable requirements and to pursue enforcement actions. We are looking to hire flexible, temporary, part-time to full-time inspectors to conduct compliance checks on vape manufacturers and to collect all data necessary to determine a retailer's compliance with the applicable laws. They go on to talk about that this requires a great deal of, travel. They go on, to talk about you need to be experienced with data collection and analyzing and attention to detail and skillful at using tools and time management and self-motivator and the self-starter and excellent written, oral, and communication skills. Like, it's a resume to hire people, just people, not people from the FDA, just people to go to vape shops, to go to vape manufacturers and report back to the FDA that Rising Phoenix Vapory was carrying 12 liquids that are, illicit, whatever, black market e-liquids that don't have a PMTA, that haven't submitted a PMTA. It's kind of crazy. This is probably how they're going to enforce it. And as Michelle Minton points out in this thread, not surprised. Shops should prepare for local health departments to be getting up in their business as soon as FDA publishes a list of accepted PMTAs. Of course, I'd be surprised if they get around to that faster than 12 months. I think it's going to take them even longer than that. I think it's going to take them longer than 12 months, but I think minimum a year before they start. Like, this is just put out there. They still have to hire all these people. They still have to train all these people. They still have to fly all these people all around the continental United States, spending countless amounts of taxpayer money, I'm sure, to enforce on our own industry. So we give our taxes to the government, and then the government uses those taxes to shut down our businesses. See how that works? Fantastic. I love it. Taxation isn't theft. Taxation is just extortion. And it makes me insane. It makes me a crazy person. So I'll have a link down in the description, I guess, to Chris's tweet. If you want to retweet it or tweet it, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You don't really need to do anything with it. Just have this information. This is probably how they're going to enforce it. Like I said, it's going to be taking a really long time. That's it. It's out there. They're going to try to enforce it as best they possibly can. There's 10,000 something vape shops nationwide, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 10, 12,000 vape shops, something like that nationwide. They're going to need to hire a few thousand people to do this, to take up this mantle and sort of tattletale. I don't know. I guess I just want to call it tattletaling, even though it's not tattletaling. It's data collection, blah, 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 blah. But we're talking about how they're going to enforce it. That's kind of how they're going to enforce it. Yeah, Michelle is right. 12 to 18 months before inspections start. That's normal turnaround time if exactly. And keep in mind that the FDA is going to have, I'm going to guess, hundreds of thousands of PMTA applications. Hundreds of thousands of PMTA applications to go through. Hundreds of thousands. What do you say, Miller Man, Chris in the chat? I think they already cherry-picked a target sacrificial lamb to make an example out of and go hardcore on them to scare people out of the industry without ever getting on their radar. Yeah, that's what they do is all they have to do is announce things in the vape industry, like, you start panicking, we start freaking out. All it's going to take is a few shops or a few manufacturers to be made examples of to hopefully scare other people into submission. That's what I think is going to happen. Snitches. I know. Ain't no snitch. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up here for the good old news and advocacy segment. But I'll have links down in the description to where you can check out literally everything I just talked about. Let me try to find the super chat bumper. Let's do a couple super chats here. Yep, that's all you get. Sorry, not sorry. Where did we leave off? Vaping case, exactly, Jerry. Don't you dare hate on Death Wish mods. Look, it's whatever. It's the goofiest argument. I think Jerry just doesn't like it and doesn't like that aesthetic and just wants to be pissed off about something. Just goes, well, that's why, upside down crosses and calling something unholy. That's why the anti-vapors, that's why the public has such the perception that they do of us. Definitely not. Certainly not, Jerry. Don't be like Jerry. Southern Comfort, those IQOS people can suck my duck, can sick my duck. Sick your duck? Look, here's the thing. I'm going to defend IQOS, Southern Comfort. This is something I don't think we'll ever agree on. I will defend IQOS. And I will defend IQOS because in lots of countries, Japan, South Korea, IQOS is taken off. Smokers are quitting in record numbers because of IQOS. I gave an IQOS to my mailbox guy, John. He said, loves it. Completely helped him. He's like, I'm down to 2 or 3 cigarettes a week. The rest of the time, I just use this IQOS. It's been really, really helpful. Awesome. I've given them disposables in the past, all sorts of devices in the past, Stigs in the past, Rise bars in the past. They didn't like any of those. There's some smokers that just, they want something that tastes like a cigarette. They want something that tastes like a cigarette. They want something that feels like a cigarette to them. These long-term ingrained smokers, that's what they want. So I'll still defend IQOS, but sure, they can sick your duck if you want them to. Daniel 2Trips86, that's very gracious of you. Sup, Nick? Watching whilst making coils, fishing swivels and all. Dude, old school. I haven't made a coil in so long, bro. I have not made a coil in so long, but I'm glad you're doing that, and I'm glad you're here, brother. Southern Comfort, shout out to Ron DeSantis and Doug at Stellar Vapor in Lutz, Florida. Hell yeah, Lutz, Florida. Shout out to you, Grimm, for fighting the good fight. Look, I'm trying my best, Southern Comfort. It's up shit mountain. And the problem right now, I think, in the landscape of things and politically in the world is nobody cares about vaping anymore. It's like after EVALI, vaping was just erased from people's memories and nobody seems to care anymore. And all they remember is EVALI. And now it's like, oh, Raja Krishnamurthy, he's going to ban flavors, and Chicago just banned flavors. And, these people, it's just flavor bans and flavor bans. And then when Ron DeSantis does something good and stops a flavor ban in the state of Florida, it gets reported the complete opposite. It's like, Ron DeSantis, he had his chance to fight youth vaping and tobacco use, and he chose not to do it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. People will care about vaping at some point again. Kevin Chocolate, very gracious of you. Let's see Bogan again. You want to? All right. That's just for you, Kevin Chocolate. Zane Yates, I'm a patron, and I'm usually just rambling about my own thing on Insta streams. I advise everyone to become a Grimm patron, plus you get pickle. Yeah, you get a little pickle. Me and my wife do a podcast for my patrons. That's really, really fun. Really fun and hilarious. Zane, I appreciate you being here, man. Meaty Keyboard, crispy bacon causes cancer. Why aren't Americans on that 24/7? Look, overcooked steak causes cancer. Overcooked steak is a carcinogen, and people just eat it up. Just charred steak. Just eat that cancer. Eat that cancer. Crispy bacon definitely causes cancer. Just eat it. Cancer, cancer, cancer. Nicotine is in tomatoes. Nicotine is in eggplants. That's like, there's no, again, this comes back to where do you get your information from? It's just whatever. It's just mainstream media. It's just MSNBC. It talks about EVALI and vaping. And the youth vaping epidemic. One thing I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, I do have 3 billet boxes. These are just in perma rotation. Herald and Bluegrass right there, and Golden Boy. Golden Boy has the Hakuzeta in it. I always forget to mention those, but those are just permanent. Permanent rotation. Permanent rotation. Kevin Chocolate, just because someone has a degree doesn't mean that they have a brain. Well, yes and no. I mean, I feel like you would have to physically have a brain in order to get a degree, but it doesn't mean that you're a smart person, Kevin Chocolate. I agree with that. Trey, Nick. What's up, Trey? What's going on with you? Southern Comfort, you know what else shows scared into submission? Everyone wearing a mask. If your government mandates that, imagine what else they can make you do. No, see, Southern Comfort, this is where we're going to disagree again. A mask mandate isn't if you're upset at a mask mandate, but you're not every day protesting outside of an airport about TSA, then your priorities are way messed up. They took away way more freedoms by implementing the TSA post 9/11 than wearing a mask. That's kind of a goofy argument to me. They do stuff. The Obama. Okay, I don't want this to turn this into like a big political discussion. Just don't. But I don't necessarily agree with you, and it's not scared into submission. I don't wear a mask because I'm scared of catching COVID. I wear a mask so that I don't breathe my fucking gross germs on other people. The mask isn't for you. The mask is for other people. You're helping protect their right to be free and their right to not die of a disease and their right to remain healthy. It's a very libertarian mindset to wear a mask because you're protecting their individual freedom and their individual liberty by doing that, by doing one small thing for someone else. Anyway, I appreciate you, Southern Comfort. You always get me thinking, man. Tundra Ghost, Yo-Yo and Nick, spam the application. Show them down. If one of us gets the job, we can work our magic in inside thoughts. Here's the thing. They have a strict thing in there about conflicts of interest, and they're trying to weed out people who would possibly do damage or report inaccurate numbers or, just go, oh, this shop right here, my favorite shop, fully compliant. Yeah, they're fully compliant. They only stock PMTA approved products. That's it. I think they're trying to prevent stuff like that. Vote Republican if your freedom and amendments. Sure, possibly. Here's what I'll say. Vote your hopes. If your hopes are with the Republicans, then absolutely vote Republican. If your hopes are on the left, then absolutely vote left. My hopes happen to be in neither of those camps. I dislike them both equally. I've heard it before. Agree to disagree. Well, yeah, we can. I mean, that's the joy of life. That's the thing. See, I have friends that are firmly on the right Republicans. We're still friends. And I have friends that are firmly on the right. Some of my best friends are pretty far left, bro. Like borderline, like just pure socialist Marxist types of friends. But we're still friends, and I still like them, and we can still talk and hang out. We don't have to agree on everything. That doesn't mean we can't be friends. I just happen to be a libertarian. That's where I stand. And I'm sure they say the same thing about me. They're like, I got this one friend. He's a fucking libertarian. I don't even know what that means. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. Okay, we got to wrap this up. Trey, very gracious of you. As long as somebody is off of combustible tobacco, then I could care less what they use. Harm reduction is harm reduction. Exactly. That's the, Mr. Incredible meme. Harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction. Snooze is harm reduction. IQOS is harm reduction. Vaping is harm reduction. Harm reduction is harm reduction is harm reduction. Boosh. How about we open some really weird mail? I don't even know. I have 2 packages. That's it. Just 2. One of them's from Innikin. One of them's from Vaporesso. I am pretty sure that neither of them contain anything that has to do with vaping. sucker. Let me get out my illegal in California knife. And like I said, just 2 packages today. One of them's from Anakin. One of them's from Vaporesso. And they're both gigantic. I have a feeling... I can kind of guess what's in both of these. Based on what I've seen on the intranet, on the interwebs, as it were, on this web zone, I think I know what's in both of these. Which is a bummer because I never got like the new Anakin MVP, even though I used the MVP like a crazy person for years and years and years and years and years. It's okay, Anakin. I think I know what's in here. Let's see. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. No. Yeah, see, this is a fucking weird thing, Anakin. This is a weird thing. What is this, even, Anakin? What is this? What is this? Yeah, a hat with a fan in it. It weighs 18 pounds. That's no big deal. Let's see. Install a filter. Pull sides of cover open to install a new filter. Okay. Let's install a filter because I have Rage Sweat and Truth Butter dripping all over me, and I feel like in Rage Sweat mode, this would be like can you see it? Can you see my Truth Butter dripping? This is a fan, or this is a hat with a freaking fan in it, made by Anakin. Okay, let's see. How do you open this bastard? Okay. Pull sides of cover to open. Ugh. What the shit? Okay, well that's clearly not going to work. Oh, I don't need a filter. Wow. Can you hear it? Is it like white noise in the background? You can't bend this bill. It's a flat brim hat. This is specifically catering to people in California, I think, because flat brimmed hats. But it's supposed to be like an air purifier and cool down. Oh, wow, that is refreshing. I mean, that is refreshing. I feel refreshed right now wearing that. It's weighing my head down. I feel like these are goggles. Like I need to take these off and put them on like Catwoman or something. It sounds like a PS4. It sounds like your computer. It sounds like your computer when it's rendering a video. This is, I mean, delightfully refreshing. Delightfully refreshing. What else is in here? What is this? Oh, this is just a bag? What is this? There's a face shield? Or wait, what the crap? Oh my god. There's a face shield. Oh my god, it's the dog guy. What the hell? What? How am I supposed to attach this? Yeah, there's a zip-on face shield of plastic. Okay, I can't get this on here. But the idea is that it goes like this. That is silly. I'm not going to use the face shield. Look, that's where I draw the line. I'll wear a mask in public at the doctor's office, but I'm not going to wear a face shield. This is really cooling me down. Like, severely cooling me down. It's too bad it feels like I have like a little person sitting on my head. It's just slowly weighing me down. junky Darth Vader mask. Yeah, cut rate Darth Vader mask. There's also this thing. Sanitize your stuff, hands free. Oh, it's a sanitizing tray? It's a UV sanitizing tray. Like, look, I knew that this wasn't vape stuff, but I wasn't expecting the fucking hat fan. Oh. So I can sanitize my phone or something, like if I go to the grocery store. I can put my phone in here and it'll use light to sanitize it. Apparently, the hands-free UV sanitizing box. Well, dang, Anakin. I know, right? I'm surprised there's no gloves. All right. Well, now that I got a hat fan, let's have some beer. Hat fan, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, hat fan, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, hat fan, na-na-na. How does it mess with your clouds, though? Oh, yeah, it blows it, like, straight down. It really, like, blows. It's blowing at an angle from, like, right here all over your face. It's hot. And I wish you could bend. They should have done it, like, a little bit curved. Hat fan. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hat fan. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hat fan. Well, I don't think Vaporesso can top this. Can Vaporesso top hat fan? It really does blow your vape straight down. Straight down. All right, Vaporesso. Can you compete with Hat Fan? Hat Fan. Na 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 na. All right, I'll stop singing Hat Fan. Hat Fan. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Hat Fan. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Hat Fan. In fact, I'm too truth buttered. We need to hydrate.
The only thing I want to see in your mouth is that water bottle. Now, what did I tell you? Always be hydrating.
Yeah. Shout out to a sponsor of the vlog, The Coldest Water. They're an actual sponsor. I'll have a link down in the description where you can buy a Coldest water bottle. This is the big 64 ouncer with the flip top lid. I love this thing. It rarely leaves my side. It never leaves my side. I got some stickers on there. Nicotine is not a crime. And Truth Butter. And then the new Grimm Army logo. We're going to have sticker packs on Grimm merch store, GrimmGreenMerch.com. Hopefully soon. At some point. At some point. Hopefully I'll buy this weekend. Na 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 hat fan. Na 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 hat fan. What is this? Hat fan. Hat fan. Na 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 hat fan. What the hell? Vaporesso, GrimmGreen. That's very fancy. Is this where I keep my weapons? Holy shit, it's a poker set. Yeah, it's cards and chips. The hat fan and a Vaporesso poker set. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. This is actually pretty cool. Casey and I used to play blackjack all the time. 500. Ooh, 100. Oh, 50. Oh, 10. Oh. Dang, we could play a real game of poker here, you guys. You could play some real-time poker. Cards, Vaporesso branded cards? That's crazy. Well, shit. Thanks, Vaporesso. I might actually use this. Hang on, there was some literature as well. We appreciate your kind support and loyalty to the S'more family as we celebrate our IPO and Vaporesso's 5th anniversary. Well, holy shit. We'd like to deliver our gratitude with this very special gift customized for you. Each poker chip in this box is carefully crafted from ceramic, representing our innovation to ceramic technology. We are looking forward to a bright future together. All right, Vaporesso. Sick. Thank you. Thank you, Vaporesso. And here's the thing. It locks. It comes with locks. It comes with keys, and it locks so that if someone stole my really heavy Vaporesso poker kit, they couldn't open it without the keys. You know, they'd be lost. They'd be like, damn it, I really wanted to play poker, and now I can't, even though I stole this poker kit from GrimmGreen. I can't play it now because I don't have keys. I'm going to keep this locked up. Yeah, you bet your ass. I'm going to keep this locked up. Well, we got Hat Fan. Na 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 na. Hat Fan. Na 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 na. Hat Fan. This brings us to the end of the mail segment. I do have a P.O. box if anybody is interested in. I mean, send me something that you think can top Hat Fan, because I don't see it happening. This is the greatest gift I've ever received from anyone ever in my life is Hat Fan. It's really keeping me cool. I wish I could bend this down so it blew like that. But it really it cleared up my truth butter perfectly. Perfectly. Anyway, if you want to send me anything, just hit me up. Nick at GrimmGreen.com. I'll get you my P.O. box for sure. Let's do some super chats. Agree to disagree, Southern Comfort. Agree to disagree. And I appreciate you being here, man. I really do. I know. See, here's the thing. I know you watch Steven Crowder too, so I know I'm competing with Steven Crowder's Biden stream tonight, which I'll probably have to watch the replay of. Trey, very gracious of you. As long as somebody is off of combustible tobacco, that's right. You could care less what they use. Harm reduction is harm reduction. Can we have a moment of silence for Broadside? Yeah, sure. Let me turn off my... Let me turn off Hat Fan for a second. Can I wear Hat Fan backwards and have it cool off my neck? Oh, that's much better. Moment of silence for Broadside. I still have my Broadside. I should have set it up. Did Broadside close? Is that what happened? I know that Dylan started doing the Straight Up Supply Co. That's cool. Lindsay S., very gracious of you. Yo-Yo, and thank you for all your support in vaping. Love the vlog every week. Small rant getting tired of people telling me vaping doesn't count as quitting smoking. Yep, you should too. Shout out to you. Cool kids and vaping with Ken. Hope he's doing okay. I hope Ken's doing okay too. I appreciate Ken. I know he just lost his familia. He just lost his mother. And that's a rough time. So, yeah, huge shout out to Ken. Got to turn Hat Fan back on. Oh, yeah. Now it's fanning down the back of my neck. Oh, mama. Hat Fan. Yeah, I get sick of that, too, that people say that it doesn't count. It's the Truth Campaign or the Truth Initiative or Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, one of those, lovely, respected health orgs. They had a whole ad campaign. It might have even been the American Heart Association that said, switching isn't quitting. And I was like, no, switching is quitting smoking. You are stopping the use of combustion. So eat shit. Yes, I hate that too, Lindsay. That drives me nuts. SVK, rockin' KBS. Shout out to Thomas Crow, friend Warren, yep, and Texas Mama. Get well and fight the fight. Love the vlog. Why does it do this? Love the vlog and fist bumps and crisp high fives for everyone in the chat. That's from SVK Vapes, dude. He just high-fived all of you guys. But yes, we're shouting out Thomas Crow and his friend Warren. We're shouting out Texas Mama. Get well soon, Texas Mama. We appreciate you. For British eyes only. You know the rules. Wear the hat the rest of the vlog. I cannot possibly wear this monstrosity the rest of the vlog. It literally like weighs down my head. It's heavy. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It is kind of a good idea if it wasn't so heavy. It's literally giving me a headache, like weighing down my head, British eyes. Literally. Not the real Gerard Butler. Vlog rules dictate that you must... I know. All vlog long? Man, you guys are real fucking sticklers for the vlog rules, aren't you? Stop that. Lindsay, you know Andy J is going to have a GIF of Hat Fan on the Discord. I know, 100%. And I wouldn't expect anything less. Not Dash, na Hat Fan. Shout out me because I'm freaking awesome. Yeah, not Dash. You are freaking awesome. You know why you're freaking awesome? Psh, because Hat Fan. Na Hat Fan. Na. No, it's because you're here. It's because you're here, and you're here because you care, and I appreciate that. Delirium, no shout out to me, regardless of me being considerably less awesome. No, Delirium. First of all, happy to see you here. You are just as awesome. You are awesome. Shout out, Delirium. Appreciate you. Frames sent you a Hydro Homies clip. Cheers. All right, I'll check it out. Stay hydrated, Hydro Homies. Thanks, Frames. Appreciate you, man. Jake Scrapwood announced a couple of days ago they was closing up. Oh, Broadside. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it sucks. And Broadside made good mods. Broadside did make good mods. Does that mean mine's going to be more valuable now, Jake? Southern Comfort, they took his stream down on YouTube for a bogus hard strike about 30 minutes ago? What? They took down Crowder's stream? That is hogwash. Oh, I can't wait to see the videos that comes out of this. Crowder was already pissed off at YouTube. I cannot believe that. F that. Power to Crowder. That sucks. I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you got us both. I'm glad you got us both on. I really appreciate that. Logan exhales. Taco Bell night on me. Bro, don't even joke about Taco Bell night because I will eat Taco Bell tonight. And we can't have Taco Bell twice in 1 week. I'm already craving Mexican pizzas. Already craving another Mexican pizza. I just had my first Mexican pizza this week. Already craving another one. Poon Sauce just bought a coldest water bottle. Hell yeah, bro. Welcome to the club. Soon I'll have stickers that you can throw all over it. You want a Truth Butter sticker? You can put a Truth Butter sticker on it. I appreciate that, Poon Sauce. I appreciate you helping out my sponsor that helps make this vlog and my content possible. Awesome. All right, Hat Fan needs to go. Hat Fan is giving me actually a headache now. Freaking Hat Fan. Hat Fan. Na Hat Fan. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that, Hat Fan. Well, shit, what do you guys want to do now? Let's do... Would you like to retro vape? I don't know what to put in this retro vape tonight. What do we got? I need a juice. I need to pick out a liquid. Dark matter? Huh? How about, shit. I don't even know. You want to do a retro liquid tasting with the retro liquid? Let's try some old... Look at this bottle of caramelized banana that I've hung on to this whole time. Oh, Fucking A, I miss this juice. What a good liquid. It's too bad that fell apart so poorly. So we're going to do a little bit of retro vaping right now with a little bit of a retro liquid as well. Here, I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaser, and I'd like you to speculate wildly as to what you think I have to retro vape tonight. Here it is. Thoughts? What do you think? What do you think that is? I know there's a big delay, so I'm just waiting for the chat. What do you think that is? Hat fan, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, hat fan, sex fan, hat fan. Anybody, any thoughts? Anybody knows what that is? No? It's weird. I know, it's weird, isn't it? I was shocked when I found this. I was shocked and appalled. No idea, Ricky. No idea. No, it's not a Genesis, British Eyes. It is an atomizer, sick boy. That's the Hat Fan RDA. I probably could get Anakin to do Grimm Army Hat Fans. Hat Fan. Hat Fan. It's not a Genesis, but it is an RDTA. It's a little bit of an RDTA. Ken, HEMO stands for, there was a group on Facebook called HEMO Only, and it stands for High-End Mods Only. HEMO. High-End Mods Only. No, you don't tell me that, British Eyes. I installed these perfectly. No? This is a high-end RDA. Truth butter, Zach, truth butter is what pours out of you when you're talking about news and advocacy. It's not rage sweat. It's truth butter. Gonna spread it on. That's because we have the truth about vaping, and it is truth butter, and we spread it on. It costs extra for the 3 holes RDA. Wow, I can't believe not one person. Not one person. What if I, no, I can't even give you any hints. I can't even give you any hints. Here, I'll show it to you from the outside. Ready? Here's what it looks like from the outside. It's on top of that Guar mod from Def Mods, not DB Mods, like I said last week, Def Mods. That's the RDA right there. High-end mods only. No, not occasionally. They're really rigid about it. It's high-end mods only. Yes, one of these is a fill hole. It's a tiny little RDTA. Tiny little RDTA. Now, it's called the Hat Fan. Hat Fan. Nah. Okay, we can't keep singing that. So this came from a company called Ammerpoint. This is, we're going back to maybe late 2016, early 2017. Ammerpoint. They did a device called the Colibri. The Colibri. In fact, here, let me just try to show you this. Let's see. Window capture. Sure. Let's call this Chrome 2. Is that going to work? Batman. Batman. Nope, that's not going to work. All right. So we're going to try this again. Hang on. Hold with me here. Let's name this Chrome 3. And let's grab this. Yep. That's the ticket. This company, Ammerpoint. That's my browser. That's all my tabs. Ammerpoint. They made a device called the Colibri that I had and I used, and it was great. This was just a little single 18650 guy. And then they made an RDTA called the Nectar. Does anybody remember the Nectar? They had the Nectar, the Vector, and the Symphony. Here it is, the Nectar V4. I think what I have is the Nectar minus the tank. I think that's what I have on here right now. I'm not 100% sure. No, because mine doesn't say Nectar on the bottom. I think what I have is maybe this one, the Nectar Steel. But even then, this looks different than what I have because mine doesn't have the heat sink fins across the top where the drip tip goes. Mine's just smooth there. So maybe this is an older version of the Nectar Steel. Could be. Now this is 88 euro, which translates. Let's see. Let's see. 88 euro to USD. What? No. Okay. Whew. That was too much. I was gonna say what the hell? 88. Yeah. $104. So this is a $100 RDA, and the idea is it's a tiny. Did I get a clone? No, this came from Ammerpoint. I remember specifically talking to this company. I got a Colibri from them, and I got whatever this is. On the bottom of mine, it does say steel. It says micro steel. So it could be the Nectar Steel. I wonder if I could just Google Ammerpoint. What was it? I screwed it back on. Micro steel. Ammerpoint micro steel. I feel like this is just the Nectar without the tank portion. The Ammerpoint. It is the Nectar. This is the Nectar minus the tank. This is the Nectar minus the tank. That's what this is. I'm like 98% sure because it looks like the Nectar. It looks like the Nectar, but I think it's just the Nectar without the tank on the bottom. And there's still a tiny, tiny little reservoir of juice down there. Hang on, I'm going to go full Russian hacker real quick just so I can juice this up. Blah. Yep, you just filled up a tiny, tiny little reservoir. Tiny little reservoir on there. This is just a round wire build. It's an old school. This has got to be 26 gauge because it's a 0.5. And it's got one. You're not going to be able to see this. You're not going to be able to see this unless I zoom in. You want me to zoom in? God damn it. You guys are needy. It's got one tiny little airflow hole right there. And that's it. Nothing else. Just one tiny little airflow hole in the front. And you line that up with the airflow hole on the cap. And you can see the airflow hole is sort of, graduated, like it fades off. So if you put your airflow right in the center, you're going to get the most, but you can slide it off to the side and there's still like a little tiny channel cut in there for your airflow to go through. Kind of weird. It's kind of a weird little RDA. I guess it's an RDTA. Now, the idea was that you could line up the airflows and get a hyper tight restricted lung. Let's give it a shot. What wattage am I going to put this at? 22? No, let's turn it up a little bit more than that, right? 25. Let's do at least 35. 35 watts. A 0.5 at 35. That sounds fucking good to me. Dude. That is a really hyper-restricted lung hit. I'm trying to wait for it to see if it... Oh, yeah, it's wicking the liquids. It is actually wicking the liquids. In fact, I think 35 is too high. I'm going to have to take this back down to like 20 watts. Dang. I didn't think I'd have to do that. So the idea was, and you could slide it off to the side and just catch the very edge of that little channel that's kind of cut in there and make it mouth to lung RDTA. Let's give it a try. It works. It turns your juice into a throaty nightmare of a juice, but it works. Honestly, it's vaping pretty good. I'm gonna put this back on the restricted lung setting. I'm gonna give it a pull here. I'm shocked that this is vaping as well as it is. Did I already? Yeah, I already depleted the liquid that's in the tiny little tank. So even though this had a little like reservoir down there that you could fill up, like that, it has a hole for you to fill it up. It didn't last long. It was basically a dripper. It was basically a dripper that you could, drip on and then not worry about it leaking or anything like that. You never had to worry about the liquid getting too full because it had a little reservoir to fall in. And when you wick it, you kind of have to wick it a little bit like an RDTA. You kind of have to stuff your little wicks down into the other two little holes that are right there. I haven't had this caramelized banana in a really, really long time, and it is mother effing delicious. I need to hydrate, and I might need Hat Fan again. Exactly, Scott. It is an over dripper's dream. If you're an over dripper, but the thing is, you can't really blay your liquid through the drip tip because it just uses a tiny, tiny little, I don't even think I could do that. It uses a tiny, tiny little 510 drip tip. Nope. I fucked up. You kind of had to pop the top, put your liquid on there, fill up the little reservoir, put your top back on, and then continuously, line up the little airflow. It's not difficult. It was machined really well. All the O-rings are real nice and snappy. I honestly had a really hard time finding a drip tip for this, but I found this old one that Eric Vinylin Vapor sent me. I don't know where it came from, but not only did it match the Guar mod, but it was one of the few drip tips that actually fit in there. I couldn't get any other 510s to fit in there. You hear that airflow? Hey, yo, Scott. Thanks for joining us. We're just doing some HEMO retro vaping. So yeah, it's, I believe, the Nectar. I keep going back and forth. Could be the Symphony. Could be the Symphony BF. Could be the Vector. Could be the Nectar Steel. Could be the Nectar Micro. Could be the Nectar V4. I'll post a link. Not bad. Just makes me want to vape that caramelized banana so hard. So yeah, there you go. A little bit of retro vape action for you guys. I'll post a link. I can't post a link in the description. Just go to aimerpointstore.com if you're interested in any of this sort of HEMO-y, incredibly restricted lung. It is sucky. It sounds sucky, Tracy Kennedy. Sucky. Let's see if there's a couple more super chats before we get into a very random Liquid Taste Day Out. Full bumper tonight. Full bumper. That's what you get. Full bumper. Had to take a pot. Hang on. Okay, yeah, there we go. Jay Dewey. Had to take a break from Rav podcast for a Grimm. Hey, look, I'm not going to tell you what to choose for your streaming and podcasting and internet media, but I'm glad that you chose me. Thank you, Jay Dewey. Appreciate you being here. Rob, very gracious of you. I literally just got a Hat Fan. You bought one? It's both refreshing and silly, isn't it, Rob? Does it hurt? It's heavy, though. I find it to be heavy. I find Hat Fan to be heavy. Heavy on my head, Rob. Heavy on my head. Anthony, very gracious of you. They should have called that Headwind. Oh my God. What a missed opportunity Headwind is. Hope you're having a rad day. Rad. You and Casey back together are still quarantining. Much love to you and the Vape fam. Anthony Ramella, my COVID-19 test came back negative. None detected, so we're fucking all over each other. It is crazy. We're like teenagers again. I'm just kidding. She's been so busy with work that we didn't even eat dinner together last night. But that's okay, because I love my wife, and I want her to be successful, and I'll support her in any way possible. Joe, very gracious of you. I may be stupid, but I'm looking at your site and I can't find your P.O. box anywhere. Please guide me, Master Yoda. email me. Don't go to my website. My website doesn't have my P.O. box. Email me, nick@grimmgreen.com. That's the way I do it, boy. nick@grimmgreen.com. Just hit me up. Willie Boyles, Alaska in the house. Shouting out Alaska. You guys have a lot of aliens up there, right? Like UFOs, aliens, Bob Lazar, aliens, space aliens. I'm sure you do up there in Alaska. And vampires too, right? You guys got vampires up there? That's what I heard. Hamish, very gracious of you. Boom, late, but we'll need to rewind. Cool kid. Hi-oh to the cool kids and the beautiful greens. I've never been called beautiful before. Thank you, Hamish. Thank you very much. Steel Valley, Punk Rock Silver Fox 2020. Is that what we're renaming this billet box? Is Punk Rock Silver Fox 2020, or is that me? Because the billet box is named Bluegrass. Punk Rock Silver Fox. That's us, I think, Steel Valley Vapors. That's you and me. We are both Punk Rock Silver Fox 2020. Fishy. I don't know. That name sounds a little bit fishy. Very, very gracious of you. Just because you didn't have to, but you did, Fishy, and I appreciate it. Hamish, so what? Because GrimmGreen. Yeah, seriously. Oh, man, see, I used to be so much faster at this. Did Hamish send me a super chat? Well, technically, yes, but...
So what?
So what? That still upsets me. That still should upset everybody. Unbelievable. Here's what I want to do right now is I got a liquid right here that we are going to disseminate. We're going to dissect it down to its molecular level. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that, but let's taste it. Yeah, you are, New Wave Dave. Shane. Shout out to my other Punk Rock Silver Fox, New Wave Dave. New Wave Dave. Yeah, we're all gray. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's whatever. Look, I started this YouTube when I was just a young spring chicken, and now I've aged. I am aging. I was like 32 when I started this YouTube channel. 32. I'm closer to 45 now. That is crazy that I've been on YouTube that long. It's been crazy that I've been on YouTube that long, and I've managed to somehow stay relevant to the point that people will come out for 2 hours on a Thursday to watch me drink beer and act like an idiot. I mean, that blows my mind every single day. That blows my mind every single day. Shane Cole. We got a liquid here from Shane Cole, a.k.a. Ohmslaw, over there on the Instagrams, if you feel like giving a random stranger a follow. And what we have... This is from Final Boss Vapes. Hydra. Anybody know what this liquid is? I'm going to have to Google this real fast. Final Boss Vapes Hydra. Or should I go in blind? Should I go in blind or should I know what I'm tasting? I'll go in blind. You know, I'm not going to look at the screen. I'm going to push this off to the side. Okay, now I don't know what this liquid is. Let's just go in blind. Let's just try it. Hydra, 3 milligram, Final Boss Vapes. There's no flavor descriptions on here. Let's just try it. Who cares? They closed too? Son of a bitch. What we need to do is we need to get like Wayne and Sifu and, I don't know, all of the DIY guys fresh. We need to get all the DIY guys to buy all of the good liquids and just clone and like release the recipes. Like clone them and release the recipes. We're going in blind. Does this even have a battery in it? Nope. Even better. Let me get a battery. We're going to be tasting this tonight on the Heavy Hitta Mech Mod with an OG recoil RDA on top. Let me give it a bit of a knuckle test here. Something cereal, cookie, lemon cookie, cereal, lemon cookie, cereal. Vasilis, I can't pronounce your name right, can I? I'm new here. You are a cool dude. You a metalhead. No, I'm not a metalhead. All I listen to is classical music. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I would call myself an aging metalhead. It happened to me. It'll happen to you. All you kids out there that think you listen to the most brutal shit and you're like, I'm never going to listen to anything but the most brutal shit of all time. You're going to grow out of it. I guarantee you. I'm an aging metalhead. I grew up with Megadeth and Metallica and Anthrax and Slayer and Cannibal Corpse and Obituary, good metal bands. And I still listen to so much of that nonsense. And there's some new-ish metal bands that I guess I get into as well. Catatonia, The Ocean. I don't know if you're into The Ocean, but they're amazing as well. But yeah, dude, I definitely rock my own fair share of metal. In fact, tonight, for Getting to Know GrimmGreen, we got some, I don't know if I would call it metal, but it's definitely the godfathers of metal. Lemons, cookies, cereal. I don't know. I cannot tell. So I'm going to go ahead and saturate. Oh, hang on. Well, we're vaping, so I might as well have a nicotine warning up here. I taste marshmallows. It tastes like Lucky Charms, maybe, like a Lucky Charms type of breakfast cereal type of thing going on here. Am I close? No, don't give me any hints. Vapors. Normal view. Normal view. Yeah, vapors. Marshmallows. There's something marshmallowy in this. Marshmallows. Fucking A. Let's give it a shot. There you go. That's what we're vaping tonight. This is the Heavy Hitta from Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes and Heavy Metal Vapor. Did a review for this. Feel free to check it out if you don't want to. Otherwise, I don't really care. Recoil RDA on top. Let's give it an inaugural toot. Cheers. Marshmallow, cereal, lemon cookie. Marshmallows or cereal or lemon cookie or something like that. It's definitely not lemon. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just spend a little bit of time with this. So the first, I'm just going to sit back and vape this for a second, and we'll come back and talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kill my mic, so it's going to go silent like this. Okay. Woo! Okay. I don't know. I still come back to cereal. I feel like there's marshmallow in this. I keep coming back to cereal, marshmallow, something, right? Am I close? Cereal, cereal, marshmallow, something. Let's check the Final Boss Vapes webpage. Good morning, honey. A touch of honey sweetens up crunchy clusters of crisp cornflakes. Sweet, milky, nutty finish. Absolutely delicious. Okay. Cereal. Not maybe honey. That's interesting that this honey doesn't taste like feet or dog farts or anything like that. Like honey in the past has always tasted bad. Honey is just not a good e-liquid flavor. There was an old school flavor, honeybees, that I used to love the crap out of. Loved honeybees, like you can't imagine. But it tasted like fart socks that you wiped dog's ass on. Like that's what it tastes like. This, delicious. It's creamy. It's cornflakey. It's very cereal-y. It's very, milky. That's what I was thinking. It's creamy cereal. Shit, that's good. It's even almost got, like, this could pass. If Hydra Vapes labeled this as like a sweet tobacco, it could almost be a sweet tobacco. It's got a slightly like Turkishy kind of tobacco flavor to it. Damn. Shane, I don't know if you're here tonight, but this is freaking delicious. I love this. Someone needs to clone this and release it. Someone, Sifu, get on it, bro. You did pretty good with the yig. Pretty good with the yig. I feel like honey, oat clusters, cornflakes, milky, nutty. That's something you could do, right? Sweet cardboard? No, not sweet. Sweet cardboard. No, it's like sweet tobacco cornflakes. I still get a little bit of marshmallow. I don't know why. No, Burst Bacco Bold. Burst Bacco Bold. Burst Bacco Bold, Free Messiah, tastes like Mountain Dew. Just does. Tastes like Mountain Dew to me. Wow, this is great. I really like this. That's how Kent vapes. You want to see how Kent vapes? He just opens his mouth and exhales as hard as he can. Matt Cully, on the other hand, from Suck My Mod, this is how he vapes. That's how Matt vapes. Every single time. You want to see how Dwayne vapes? Dwayne vapes like this. I don't know why I notice how people vape. This is how Dwayne vapes. He blows his vapor down every single time. I get a little bit of marshmallow. I have not been hanging out with Logan Exhales, unfortunately. But damn, thank you, Shane Cole, Ohmslaw over there on the Instagram. Thank you for the Final Boss Vapes. I have a feeling I'm going to blow through this bottle. This is delicious. This is delicious. It's delicious and I love it. Let's. You want to watch Kent again? Let's watch Kent hydrate so I can hydrate real quick. Correct, Katie.
I love water. I'm glad that I love water so much. It makes it easy to stay hydrated. Hydro homies. You need that as a clip. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Kent. Yes, Katie, you're correct. Matt holds his mod completely horizontal. And he always does his little waxy lips in a little pursed motion. And he inhales after he's done vaping to like get it all or something. That's the Matt Cully right there. That's the Matt Cully right there. Shout out to Matt Cully. He's building a deck. That stuff isn't easy to do. So I guess for the last 15 minutes, what we're going to do, we're going to add some tracks to the Getting to Know GrimmGreen playlist. Are we going to add songs to the Getting to Know GrimmGreen playlist? I think you know what's coming up. But
So what?
oh man, you said it too early. Cuomo, why'd you jump in there too early? Did you jump in there too early, Cuomo? Technically, yes, but
So what?
Cuomo, fuck that guy. Let's add a song. Let's add some songs to the Getting to Know GrimmGreen playlist. Let me just find the bumper and a boosh. Oh, this is a record I've been waiting to do. This is a record that I've been waiting to do. If you guys are here and you made it through the whole vlog, go ahead and hit that like button for me, man. That would really help me out.
Smash that like button. Just
like this
punch
guy.
your computer for me.
I don't know who that guy is, but I love him. He smashed that like button. Yeah, the Matt Cully. That's how he vapes. I haven't watched enough DJ LSB vapes to see how he vapes. And I think Mike Vapes just vapes normal. Rip Trippers always does weird shit, like blows it all around. Why is Rip Trippers reviewing stuff in his car now? Has anybody noticed that? He's just reviewing stuff in his car now. It's just weird. I think that's weird. Furry Messiah, how did you guess? The record that we have today is legendary. It's a legendary record. There would not be modern rock music. There would not be modern metal music if not for this album. I'm a huge fan of this album. It's Black Sabbath, you guys. If you're not hip to Black Sabbath, how can you possibly not be hip to Black Sabbath? Look at this giant upside down cross. Oh, I guess Black Sabbath needs to not be so fucking juvenile, right? Not be so juvenile. This is why people don't take metal seriously. It's because they have big upside down crosses on it, right? Wrong. So here's the story behind this album. I was not a Black Sabbath fan growing up. I didn't know this album. I wasn't hip to Black Sabbath. I don't want to say like scared of Black Sabbath, but when I was a youngin', let's say like, sixth grade, fifth, sixth grade, when I start getting into music and things like this, I'm listening to junk. Not junk. I'm listening to Hammer. I'm listening to Vanilla Ice. I'm listening to Belle Biv DeVoe. A lot of hip hop, a lot of radio, hip hop type of stuff, And my buddy Doug, he always told me, he got it in my head that AC/DC and Black Sabbath were Satan worshipers and that I shouldn't listen to AC/DC or Black Sabbath because then I'll be a Satan worshiper too. And I thought, well, I'm not gonna listen to that. And then I heard and I started getting into like more metal and rock stuff, like a lot of Van Halen, a lot of Queensryche. Empire was one of the first albums I ever bought. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Faith No More, the Epic album, they covered War Pigs. And that was the first Black Sabbath song that I really ever heard, was Faith No More's cover of War Pigs. And at the time, I didn't know it was a cover. I just thought, wow, this is a really great Faith No More song. I just really, really like it, It wasn't until I got into high school. It wasn't until I was a freshman in high school. Let's see, I'm going to age myself here. Holy shit. 1991. Right? 1991, I was a member of the Columbia Record Club. You could get CDs delivered through the mail, you see. And so I started getting like Def Leppard, Metallica, Motorhead. Got into Motorhead at that time. And I ordered Black Sabbath Dehumanizer. Dehumanizer? That's the one with Time Machine on it. Hang on. Yeah, Dehumanizer. Set off the smoke alarm. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Hang on. Wow. It seeped through the wall. You can't reach it out. Okay. The smoke alarm starts going off. Casey's like, runs across the hallway. She's like, I got it. There's no way she's reaching that. She's 5 foot nothing. She's not reaching that. So I got Dehumanizer, and I loved it. And that was my first Black Sabbath album that I ever got into, was Dehumanizer. So after that, I started going through, like, you know, the Black Sabbath discography and just went through all of it. And obviously loved it. Loved all of it. I liked Ozzy Osbourne's solo stuff. I liked Ozzy Osbourne, even when he was doing like Bark at the Moon, when he looked like a chubby blonde woman. I even liked that stuff. I got into Black Sabbath when Ronnie James Dio was the singer, and to this day, I still kind of like, I think I've said this before, I think I still kind of like Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio a little bit more than I like Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne. It's blasphemy. I know this. And I still love Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne, but I still prefer Mr. Ronnie James Dio. You can't not love Ronnie James Dio. AC/DC, the Devil's Children. Exactly. Antichrist Devil's Children. That's what I heard. And I was legitimately like, I'm not going to listen to Black Sabbath. And then, you know, I was like, well, fucking Black Sabbath's awesome, and I love them. So this is the first Black Sabbath album. This is the pivotal Black Sabbath album. When I was in a band named the Swamp Donkey, we attempted to cover a song off of this, and we did it poorly mostly because I played bass poorly. But we tried. And that's one of the songs that we're putting on the playlist. So 2 songs from this album that we're putting on the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. The Wizard, yeah. It's got a goddamn harmonica in it. Harmonica. The Wizard and NIB. In fact, the story behind NIB... Here, let me Google this real fast. The story behind NIB, I wish I could just play it for you right now. Can't play it for you right now, is throughout, shortly after my freshman year in high school, I'm going to say 1992, I got really into Jesus, you know, just the Christ. You know, I went to Bible camp, and all I listened to was Christian music. And to this day, just the other day, I was listening to Dogwood, Christian punk band. They're amazing. To this day, I still love and appreciate all of those Christian bands that I was into, but at that time, I was like strictly into Christian music, and that's all I listened to. And there was a Christian metal band that went by the name of Deliverance, and they covered NIB. And I didn't know, again, that this was a Black Sabbath song. I thought, well, this is a great song. I ran across NIB on the first Black Sabbath record, and I thought, whoa, like it all came together. It's like that Christian band, Deliverance, they covered NIB. I'll try to track down their version of it and on YouTube and throw it in the description here. But it is a banger. The Wizard and NIB are going on the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. I'll have a link down below in the description, but this is one of those albums that just top to bottom is incredible. It's legendary. If you're into rock, if you're into metal, you have to at least appreciate what Black Sabbath did in the world of music. You don't have to love it. You do have to appreciate it. Black Sabbath, The Wizard, and NIB. They're going on the playlist, you guys. They are going on the playlist. This album, huge part of, when I got into Swamp Donkey and I started listening to all sorts of like stoner rock and Caius and stuff like that, I went back to all of these old, like the first Motorhead, the first Black Sabbath, the first Judas Priest album, like the early Iron Maiden stuff, like all the stuff that I kind of missed out on. I went back to it and I just yum, 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 yum. I just ate it up. I just ran a train on these things. Just loved the crap out of them. So, like I said, I'll have a link down there in the description. And holy crap, we are actually running a little bit long. We're over 2 hours. So I am going to end this here vlog with some super chats. Nope, that's it. That's all you get. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm just kidding. Appreciate you guys being here till the very end. Where did we leave off? Late to the party, but still made it. Have a beer on you. All right. I'll have the rest of this beer on Lane Penrod. Lane Penrod? You sound like you should go to Hogwarts. Lane Penrod. Kevin, that's very gracious of you. I'm a 52-year-old metalhead from Iowa, home of Slipknot. Never too old to be heavy. I know. You're never too old to be heavy. And I go on huge metal kicks. In fact, I should make some of my Spotify playlists public. Like I have some really good metal Spotify playlists. There's one Spotify playlist called Jesus Was a Vegan that is just all old Christian hardcore. There is old metal shit. I have Friday Night Delight. I have old death shit that's like Pestilence, Obituary, Morbid Angel, Death, Carcass, Entombed, Napalm Death, Cannibal Corpse, Witchery. Amazing stuff. Yeah. I go back and forth. Like I have these huge kicks of metal, like insane kicks of metal. Appreciate you being here, Kevin. Stay, whatever. Satan, all those things. Southern Comfort. He's a tool and a dork showing off in his car. Look, I'm not going to judge Rip Trippers. I just think it's weird. Like he went from really incredibly beautifully produced videos that just looked beautiful and like his up close was just beautiful. And then he's just taking a tank apart on the hood of his car, like on the dashboard of his car. It's just like, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel like Rip Trippers videos. And look, he might be a dork. I'm not going to call him a tool. I'll still defend Rip Trippers, even though I shouldn't. Southern Comfort, correction, his douchey car. Oh, okay. His douchey car. Well, I could go do reviews in my Scion. You want to talk about a douchey car? I drive a Scion. Charles, very gracious of you. I'm late to the party due to work. Technically, yes. Yeah, exactly. But
So what?
who cares? You're here. I'll have a beer on you. Southern Comfort, real men drive Cadillacs and ride Harleys like Southern Comfort does. Yes, I referred to myself in the third person. Here's the thing, Southern Comfort. I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle. I've always wanted to own and drive a motorcycle. People in my life will not let me. And that's not like, it's not Casey won't let me. I told my dad that I wanted to get a motorcycle, and he said he would come down to Los Angeles and drive my motorcycle into the ocean. So maybe someday I can get a motorcycle. And look, I'd like to drive a Cadillac, but I don't make Rip Trippers money, I need to make more money before I drive a Cadillac, bro. New Wave Dave. Black Sabbath's Black Sabbath is possibly the most evil song ever. My favorite. I know, and it takes place, I don't know if you guys have watched Metal, A Headbanger's Journey, but it takes place in that like diminished chord, so it sounds even more evil than it is, God, it's just so great. So great, New Wave Dave. I'm glad you're on board. Barbara, how are you? I didn't even know you were here tonight. Mom used to order 1960s music off of Columbia. Yeah. I used to order Motorhead and Metallica off of Columbia Records. Columbia Records Music House. Finally, one last super chat here from New Wave Dave. Caught the last U.S. Sabbath show in Houston. Fuckers still got it. Yeah, I never got to see Black Sabbath, unfortunately. I never got to see Ozzy Osbourne live. I never got to see Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Ronnie James Dio, nothing. In fact, there was a brief time where Ronnie James Dio was touring with Black Sabbath again, except they didn't call it Black Sabbath because of, copyright things. They called it Heaven and Hell. Heaven and Hell! And they released an album, and it was mediocre. But that tour, I was dying. Like muscular damage, ripping my face off, dying to see that tour. It's whatever, bro. It just didn't happen. Well, shit. Here we are at the end of the vlog. I appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate you guys coming out late even. I know I had to start a half hour late due to a doctor's appointment, but everything's good. Everything's all good now. Let me take a quick look. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Like Hat Fan. Hat Fan. Hat Fan. Nope, I think we're good. I think we're all good, you guys. Listen, I appreciate you guys really so much for coming out for the vlog. I love the vlog, and I'm glad that you guys love the vlog. And one more shout out, Southern Comfort here. I live in Tampa, Florida, you know, the home of death metal and Morris Sound Studios. Yeah, so you should be hip to like Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, even though Cannibal Corpse was kind of more from Michigan than they were from Florida. But that whole Florida, Deicide, right? You got to be hip to the Florida death metal scene. Morbid Angel, you never grew your hair long and did windmills with your hair? Fuck yeah, Southern Comfort. Anyway, everybody that makes it to the end of the vlog, son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You're just my favorite people on earth. One day when all of this is over, if I ever get the opportunity to meet you in real life, I dispense crisp high fives. Maybe we'll do some elbow bumps. Maybe if there's no worries, we'll do a full-on hug. But thank you guys seriously so much for watching. Remember, vaping is at least 95% less harmful than burning deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. Get all your GrimmGreen at GrimmGreenMerch.com. Thank you, Addy Tooney, for that plug. I appreciate it. But one more time, thank you guys so much for coming out. Be excellent to each other. Peace. Hat fan.